is blinking. We are ready to rumble. It's been so long. I'm excited. Oh, we got one there too. You didn't even bring me a covered chocolate donut. You're gonna leave it in the car? Who's he? Cody who? Rush Tan? He's a boy toy? Whoa, whoa. Don't be if he's your friend, then he's alright to date too. Nor do I. Well, maybe I did. Worth recording. I knew I had to throw something in there as well. So today, guys, we're going to do parabolas again, but we're going to... Anything wrong with parabolas? Negative. Therefore, let's call it man. I'm going to call it Nelly. Whatever it is. It's something. Okay. Remember, eraser. We want big eraser. Big eraser. Okay. We're on it. Like move on it. And I got to remember what to do. We want a little bit bigger. Okay, so parabolas. What did we notice a parabola before? It's half. Do that. What do they look like? U-shaped, right? Basic form of that parabola. That's what we studied, correct? What is the form of that parabola? What's x squared? Y equals x squared basically. That was our basic equation, right? Everybody there with me? Well, notice, guys, there's different types of parabolas, correct? There's a parabola that looks like him. What's that one indicate? Y equals negative x squared. Everybody there? Then we have this lovely little fella. That looks like this. Little parabola. Now, what is that? Anybody know? X equals 1. And then we have this guy that looks like this. That is what? X equals negative 1. Right? Everybody there with me? Yes, no, maybe so? That's not too hard, right? Lefty. Next one. Okay. So, where's my pen at? So, technically we actually have 2 equations today. That is this fella. What do you think I'm going to ask you to do? Oh, we are going to do some complete the square. We are. Those are close to a circle, but why is it not a circle, my little lady? Do you recall? One of them is not squared. The circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals your radius squared, right? We actually will be studying ellipses, which is circles are special ellipses, technically. And we'll be studying them next time. Okay? Make sense? So, this is the equation of your parabola. What do you guys think the HK represents? point is called is our focus. Yes, kind of. I don't well. This is messed up. Sorry. I don't know that. It's okay. It's not no meaning. Here's this pretty thing and it's like right there. What? Let me try again. We have a like our satellite dish is like this, right? And it's rotating. My thumb's gonna do that. It's right here. You guys understand what the hell I'm talking about? Yeah. That's the eye of the freaking satellite. The thing that's right has to be right in the middle, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That point has a specific distance away from the satellite dish, which is the P value. Okay. Notice it also has a special distance this way. Notice we're not going to be on a slant. We're always going to be up or down, side to side. So we're not getting too close. By the way, all your tests are graded. Directrix. Okay, this line is called our directrix. What? Directrix. It's the same distance. This distance is feet away as well from the vertex. Okay? I will tell you. What this P does, you're asking why there's a P there. Well, that P gives us the distance from our vertex to our focus and our vertex to our directrix. From the vertex. So from here to here is our P value. From here to here is also, this is the satellite itself. If you went away from it, it has this distance. And what this does, I'm not going to get into it, but yes. So if you have any point on your satellite dish, you can try to find this form. I'm really not big into it because I was never asked to. You probably not into it right now, you are. But there's a special relationship that point on the satellite with the focus can always be a certain ratio. And I'll be honest with you, not quite sure. Answer your question? Okay, let's actually just see. What would this guy look like? You see the guy up, sideways, up or sideways? He's going up. Why do we know he is going up? X is beta squared. Does everybody see how X is beta squared? So therefore this graph right here would either look like this or everybody there with me? If it was this equation, what would he look like? Sideways. Everybody understand that? Now notice if your P is negative, you're going to be this guy, right? Can we put it that way? Or if your P is negative, you'd be that way. Okay with me? Are you alright? Maybe not too hard, I'm just trying to get you this. Well, you must be better because then I don't give you that. Alright, so we're going to start. Okay? So it says, find the standard equation of the parabola with your vertex being at the origin and your focus being at 2, 0. Let's draw that. Here is my vertex. Okay? It said it was at the origin. So it's at 0, 0. Then we know our focus is at 2, 0. Focus. Everybody there with me? So which way does this graph look like? Up, sideways, down, or right? The focus is always on the inside, just so you know, of your parabola. So therefore it gives it up. Everybody understand? The focus is always a straight line. Well, for us it's polar. So it could be a unit, and that depends on your square. Okay, so let's write the equation. So once again, is this going to be the x minus h squared or the y minus k squared? That's all your Greek for that, brother. Right? Maybe not then. I hope value? 2. And that. Okay, everybody there? It's the distance away from the vertex to the focus. So for example, if I was at 1, 2, 3, 1, and then notice my focus was here, so this would be like that, and notice you got that be 2. Is it always going to be 2? It's just the distance from your focus to your vertex, or your vertex to your reference. The K is the Y value of your vertex. Plugged in 0, sorry. Okay. You're going to ask you probably for both. But notice the same distance is here. This value would be this value. It's going to be an equation of a line. Okay, so let's just finish this up. So what we have here, y squared equals 4 times root of 8x. Notice we usually like, what do we solve for usually? We want at least a variable solved for, don't we? Do we have a variable solved for? Is y solved for? No, because of the squares, right? Is x solved for? No, so what's probably the easiest one to solve for? Divide by 8, so x equals 8y. Okay? Either I can accept even y squared equals 8x. Or we could even have, notice normally we solve for y. If we ever wanted to plug it in into the calculator, we usually solve for y, don't we? If we solve for y, it'd be y equals plus or minus square root of 8x. No? Remember how easy it is to do that. Whoa. On bus lines. Oh, come on. Okay, next one. Okay, so we're going to start you off a little easier because I bet some of you guys forgot how to do square. How many of you guys would say that? Okay, so let's start you off with x minus 2 squared. I'd like these two rows to do this. I'd like these two rows to do x plus 3 squared. You can even use the binomial theorem. What we learned last week. That's what we learned last week, Gavin. See, that's why some people struggle with math, because you can't cram, you gotta learn. Math's a building block, right? Every other subject doesn't usually build. Let's build. Or even just a foil. I don't get around. Foil. Making me up for video listening. You guys are doing x minus 10 over here. Hey! I don't. So you got one for that. binomial. When we taught you this, I don't know if we taught you this earlier in the year. I can't remember or not. If we did circles or not, because if we did circles, then we taught it. So that was in the very first chapter. So we haven't been very far. You learned this also last year when we asked you to put it in vertex form, right, Kelsey? Okay, so what do we do? I don't know if you remember, this is what I do. X squared plus 10x, give a space, minus 7. So you're there with me. Yes, no, maybe so. You okay with that? What number do I put in that space to complete the square, or the perfect square trinomial? Okay, so Lizzie, I'm going to ask you to go for it. I want you to explain. John was about to explain, but you said the answer, so maybe you could explain it. All right, go! You got to be loud for the thing. 25. Why 25, Lizzie? Because the pattern here was I took this number and I doubled it to get to here, right, and then squared it. Or, so we're going backwards, I got to take this 6 divided by 2 to get to this number, right? Does everybody remember that? And then you square it. So I took 10, she took 10, cut it in half, which is 5, then we squared it. So this is 25. Is that okay? I put 25 there? Go, Brecken, what do you want? You said something. Minus the 25 out here because we need to keep it balanced, right? Because all of a sudden I can't just throw a 25 on something, okay, right? I can't do that. Another way you could have did it, instead of minusing 25 here, since I added 25 to this side, what could I do with the y? I could add 25 to that side. So you got different options, correct? Either way you move it over later. So this becomes y equals, what is this? That is in the form. So therefore I can go now to the binomial square, can't I? What does that become? X plus 5 squared minus 32. What do you guys got about the movement of the screen, huh? It's been a while. I don't like how dark it is. So notice, is this in standard form of a parabola that we've learned in those two formulas? Well, this is in vertex form.
Oh, the standard form is the...
Standard form, remember, is the x squared is all by its lonesome, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm going to add the 32 over to this side. So therefore, y plus 32 equals x minus squared. Everybody see that? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay, so now let's graph this in general. Just in general, I'm not looking for an exact graph, but in general. Okay. So what would this look like? Where would be my vertex? Negative 5 for x, so keep the x's, right? And then negative 32. You guys remember the form was y minus k? Does everybody understand how we got the vertex from that? Getting better. I really, after that procedure thing, I was like almost done with the day. I wasn't in here. I saw the second seizure. The third seizure. But pause! I can pause. Okay, so notice this is what it looks like in general, but how do we know that this graph is going up and not down? Is there a negative out front of him? Okay. You know there's not anything out front of him? So we know that's why it's going up. Alright, so now what I want you to find is the focus. How would I find the focus? Okay, so looking in your formulas, is it a number in front of the binomial squared, or is it in front of the other guy? The one that's not squared, right? The 4p is here, but what number is in front of here? 1. So I come over to the side. Like how I know that's a 1 there? Okay. But anything, obviously if nothing's in front of it, it can only be a 1. Anything, this is something else that you can check into it. In the end, if this ever has a number right here in front of it, we can never have a number in front of the y or the x, because the formula is x minus h or y minus k, right? Just a binomial or a single letter. So I already have it here, so I can just kind of put the parentheses around. Hopefully I'm answering your question. So therefore the number out here is 1. So that 4p equals 1. And notice the p-value is the distance to the focus and the directrix. So I come over here, I know 4p equals 1. So p is a 4. So therefore I'm going to come in from my vertex, which is negative 5, negative 32, and I'm going to come up a fourth. What's a fourth from negative 5? Negative 4 3/4, right? Which is technically negative 19 fourths comma, cancel that over, cancel that over. Cancel that over. Go, Gavin, go. We're actually going from 32, aren't we? Because we're adding up. Let me show you how you do that. So you understand that it's negative 31 3/4? Okay, so what's over here? Negative 31. Don't put the negative on it yet. So 4 times 31. 124 plus 3. 120. Why have you already given up?
What?
You don't know how to go from mixed numbers to complex?
No, I forgot right.
Because this is negative 32, so I'm going up, right? I should have did negative 19 fourths, because I'm going up. Does that make sense? Plus a fourth, which is negative 31 3/4, right? But how do we write that as an improper? Bottom times him, then add. We all know how to do that process of going from mixed numbers to improper. So that's 124 plus 3 is going to be negative 125 fourths. So that point is like right here, and that point is negative 5 comma 125, negative 125 over 4. That's where the foci will be. It's just up a quarter, right? Everybody there. What do we know about the directrix? It's going this way. It's down a quarter, huh? Okay, so what would be the equation of the directrix? Because notice it's the equation of a line. It went down a quarter, so that's negative 32 and a quarter, correct? So that's negative 32 and a quarter, so 4 times 32, that's 128, plus 1, so that's negative, it's the equation of y equals negative 129 fourths. Because it's an equation of a line, right? So it's y equals. Once again, a point from here to the directrix to your foci has a special relationship that we're not sure. But that's the reason why it has a special relationship. That any point, the focus, and the directrix share this relationship. And I'm just not sure.
So it's just a thing we have to understand.
Because they're going to ask. That's where a lot of your problems come from. They say, here is your vertex and your directrix. Please write the equation. Or here is your equation. Please then go back and find the focus of the directrix. Does that make sense? Yes. Always equal to 1? No. I'll show you differently. Your p-value is equal to your 4p. Okay, so whatever number as we had here, whatever's in front of the guy that's not squared, okay, you're going to set that guy equal to 4p. And then when you solve for p, that is the distance you go from the vertex to your focus and the vertex to the directrix. So in our case, we found it to be a fourth. So we went up a fourth and down a fourth. If it was sideways, we'd go left a fourth, right a fourth, and left a fourth. Does that make sense to you? The focus came out to be 1/4. No, not the focus, but the p-value came out to be a fourth, so I went ahead and added, so that was negative 5, 120, negative 125. I went up. We do it one more time. Okay? So the point is negative 5, comma negative This is exactly now the point of the focus. That's the point of the focus. Does that make sense to you now? Is that a little bit better for you? You would set 4b equals to 7. That is equal to the directrix. And notice the directrix isn't a point, it's a line. Right? Well, it's not, it's just yeah. It's not really an asymptote, but it's okay. It's an imaginary line. Okay. So now that we kind of showed you how to complete the square, I'm going to give you one and we're going to play with it right now. Okay. Say, hey guys, come out and play. When did you stop asking if your friends could play? Yeah, really? Awesome. Because then you're, they just want to hang out. We don't want to say play. Oh my gosh. Never? Never when you were younger? That's how we used to, we call husbands over and play. I wasn't all that. The sleepover was nixed because of a religious conference that happened twice a year. Where somebody from a pulpit would say something. Yeah. It was probably about 7 years ago. I didn't put any religion. Well, I did. Hey, see? It just is awkward. Okay. Anyway, times everything by what? Because I don't want. How many of you guys really want to play with that task? Well, let's just get that 2, or actually let's times it by -2 to the other side. Can we do that? So this would be -2y equals x squared plus 2x plus what? We got rid of all the fractions. And the reason why I did negative because we really wanted negative x squared. How you doing, Shelbo? Who do you guys play today? Rivertown? My hometown Silver Wolves? Anyway, so is this a perfect square trinomial? It is, huh? Nice, it already is. Okay? So this is -2y equals what? X plus 1 quantity squared. Now let's just say you didn't see why it was a perfect squared. I'm going to re-show you. Okay? What's half of 2? 1 and 1 squared is 1. So it is. Everybody there with me? Any questions with that? Okay, so now with that being said, what is my vertex? What is it? -1, 0. -1, 0. Let me explain, okay? Notice first off, I don't want anything in front of my y, so notice it would be -2 parentheses y minus something. What is that something? We're missing a 0 on it. Correct? Everybody see that? Everybody good with that? So then, -1, 0 is right here. And how will it be looking? Anybody want to help me out? How will it be looking? Up, down, sideways, other sideways. So it is x squared. So as John's saying, it is x squared, right? So therefore it's either touchdown or fat man walking, right? Okay, we all know that. So is it touchdown or fat man walking? Why is it fat man walking? Because -2, right? The p-value is going to come out to be negative. So therefore, we kind of have a general idea. Once again, I'm really not caring right now. That's not the whole idea for me on the parabolas. We already know how to graph parabolas, supposedly. I know how. You, that's your question. But, anyway,
let's write the simple one.
Okay.
Two.
I still would accept
Huh?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
It's okay. I don't think you would want to know. It's pretty detailed. If you want to know, I can get in that, but I don't think you really want to.
Let's do that.
Maybe start.
Huh? It's a, oh, we put pause before we do that. Anyway, it's pretty intense. So, um,
We're just gonna move on.
okay, so now we need to find the focus. So get to know me. Sorry about that if that was too personal. That's what it is. We have a good time. I know you're under the age of 16. I apologize for you. Just to let you know, it wasn't that bad of a conversation. I know. Onward. So here we go. So how do we find the p-value? What's the number out front? -2, right? So we're going to set for p equal to -2. Is everybody okay with that? Yes, no? No tweeting. Please. I probably should have. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was.
That's very unfortunate experience.
Hopefully tomorrow's the last day. Well, if that was a good day, well, you're welcome. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to go up a half and down a half. It doesn't matter if he's negative or not. The negative, what does that tell us? That basically made him flip down, right? The p-value is the distance, and so we just take the absolute value of him to move around. Does that make sense what I'm going at there? So I come in a half. So notice it wasn't 0 to now. My focus would be at what? -1, comma, -1/2. That is my focus. Everybody understand that? Okay, and then we go up a half. So notice our directrix would be at the equation y equals half. Everybody understand that? Take your p-value, which is a half, go a half away from the vertex up and down. If it was sideways, you go left and right. Notice if you're going up and down, what's that adjusting? Your y value. If you're going left and right, what's that adjusting? Your x value. Now when we do next time, when we do the focus, that's when we do a little bit more. Still kind of, not perfect, but a little bit more. Okay? Alright, so, I think we're almost done doing this.
So this is sideways, parallel to
That's what I'm going to do right now.
right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we need to put it in the standard form, don't we? So therefore we need to complete the square. Just to let you know, in ellipses and hyperbolas, which is coming up, we will be completing the square maybe twice, but we're going to have them in terms of both binomials or squares. So you might have to do both. Okay? All right, so is it perfect? Well, first off, you're like, well, no, but we can just adjust it. So who's the guy that's going to have to be the binomial square? X's or y? Y's, because he's y squared, right? So let's get everything that's not an x to the other side. Does that make sense to everyone? So I got y squared plus 6y. Am I on the board? Equals -8x minus 25. Anybody have a question on that? Okay, so what fits the box that completes the square? Does everybody understand 9? This is your understanding. So once again, why is it 9? Because first off, this guy has to be a 1. If he's not a 1, you need to make him a 1. Okay? So So if he's like a 2, then you'd have to divide everything by 2. Even if he's there. Okay? So therefore, he's a 1, so we're good to go. So I cut this guy in half. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So I can't just throw a 9 on my thing and not balance the equation. So therefore, I put 9 on one side. Either that, I put plus 9 and a minus 9 on this side, or, because I put plus 9 on this side, balance the equation, put plus 9 on this side. Everybody understand that? Yes, no? Okay. What does this become? Y squared plus 6y plus 9, what does it become?
Y plus 3 squared.
Y plus 3 quantity squared. Everybody good with that? What does this side become? Negative 8x minus 16. Okay. Is that in standard form? No, it's not. I have to factor out the negative 8. Because in the form, it has 4p parentheses, x or y by himself, right? Right now, x is not by himself. So I'm going to go ahead and factor him out. So I still got the y plus 3 equals, factor out the negative 8, and that is now what? X plus 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and, is everybody okay with that? What? Was that too bad? That wasn't too bad, right? So, now I'm going to go ahead and find the vertex. Okay, can you tell me my vertex? Well, you have a half, right? Is this 2 over here? There you go. Negative 2, negative 2. Everybody understand how that is my vertex? Because remember, it's opposite what we see, because in the formula it's x minus 8, right? You guys recall these things? Okay, there's my vertex. So now, with that being said, okay, how do I know what kind of graph is this? Is this an up graph, a side graph, a down graph, or another side graph? Is it going to be facing your right-hand side, or is it going to be facing your left-hand side?
I believe that.
It will be facing left because this guy is negative. So therefore, basically, that way. If you're not sure, what could you do? Pick a point. So if I pick 0 for x, watch if I pick 0 for x, okay? 0 plus 2. 2. 2 times negative 6, I mean negative 8. Negative 16. Can I take a square root of a negative 16? So that shows that he's not coming this side. Does that make sense? Yeah. Where is the focus? So we have to find our p-value. So we're going to set 4p equal to what? Negative 8. Does everybody understand that math behind it? So what is our p-value? Negative 2. But notice, just because he's negative doesn't mean we're moving a negative distance. We're still going to move a distance of 2. The negative more or less tells you the opposite, right? The flip guy about the axis. Right? So therefore, we come into units. 1, 2. So he's going to be at negative 4, negative 3 would be my focus. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Where's my directrix? Screw back. So we're going to this line right here, which is, we all know, x equals 0 would be my directrix. You guys want one more, or you feel you're good to go? Okay, the only kind of style that you're going to have is like this. It'll tell you, find the standard form of the equation on the parabola given characteristics and the vertex at its origin. So already, right now, you already know the vertex is at its origin. Go ahead and find if the focus is at 0, negative 3 halves. So then you can kind of get the idea, find your p-value, plug and check, right? Everybody ready? Okay, your homework is 10-2, 5 through 23 odd. I can write it up here bigger.